two-faced lies. I hope the two-faced living made you satisfied. You told me, baby, I was your only one. Why you been running around town with every mother's son? Hey. Two times told about a women like you. Two times told about the things you do. I used to think that you were sugar and spice. I should have listened to my mom's advice. Kicked in the teeth again. Sometimes you lose, sometimes you win. Kicked in the teeth again. Ain't this been kicked in the teeth,
Let's take a look at Kicked in the Teeth. So this one is tuned standard. So for that opening riff, we're going to play a C power chord to A. And then just palm mute that last A. We're going to repeat that. Then you're going to hear that lick from Angus. And right after that lick, you're just going to hear an A chord. And then we're going to play that same pattern for the last time. We're just going to let that last A chord ring out. All right, then we're going to play the main riff. So the main riff's going to be C to A 3 times. And then it's going to end like that, and that's just open A and D to an A chord. Now that could be 2 A chords as well. Then we're eventually going to go to a D once we get to the chorus. We're going to play D, C, G, back to D, and we're going to hit that D 2 times. And then we're going to go back to our main riff again, except now every other time that we go C to A, we're just going to grab the C note instead of the C chord to A. So... Alright, so we're going to let that D ring out again, but then we're going to strum on that D a little bit and then move to E. Right, so that D there, that last D, it sounds like he should go to C there because he does the second time it's played. But the first time he just stays on D, so we'll go through that in just a second. So we're now into the guitar solo. So we're going to go back to that same thing. All right, so that's it for all the main parts of the song. Let's take a look at the, as the solo wraps up at the end of this one. There's just a few minor changes coming up. So as we wrap up the guitar solo, we're still just playing C to A, and then every other time grabbing that C note. All right, and then now Bond's going to start that last verse. So during the vocal lines of the last verse, we're just going to be doing this. All right, then when that ends and we come out of that, and before we go back to our D chord for the chorus, we're just going to strum on that A a little bit more. All right, and then we go back into that again. So it's pretty much everything's the same, except we're just going to strum on these chords a little bit more. And then as we wrap this one up, every time that we go to that C to A riff, now we're just playing the C note. We're never going to use that C power chord again. So all right, and then when we play the A chord, the final A chord, we're going to play this little pattern in here. So we got that final D. All right, and that's just playing that A chord, strumming on that A chord, and then playing the 3rd fret on the A, the 4th fret on the A, and then back to A again. All right, that's it for this one. We'll see you next time.